All right, let's talk about major and minor pentatonic scales. All right, so I like to say that the pentatonic scale is like the major scale, but easier. And the reason is because the pentatonic scale uses less notes. All right, so the first thing we need to understand is that major and minor, they're relatives of each other. All right, they use the same notes, believe it or not. It's just in different keys. So, for example, the C major scale. If I were to take the C major scale and start on A, this is what it would sound like. Starting on open string A. Same exact notes. All right, this is because A is the relative minor of C major. All right, and A is the sixth note of the C major scale. So basically, if you start the C major scale on the sixth or any major scale on the sixth, you have the minor scale. All right, minor scale is what's called a mode. All right, starting on a different note of the scale, you're playing a different mode. All right, but we just need to focus on minor scales and major scales. So. You can kind of switch between C major and A minor at will there because they use the same exact notes. It just depends on where you want to land, what note you want to stop on, C or A. Now, that in mind, the C major pentatonic scale, we'll start there, all right? In terms of numbers, it is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, all right? Sounds like this. That is the major pentatonic scale. The reason we use this scale is because this is the scale that occurs in natural harmony. All right. In other words, this is one of the oldest scales in existence. It predates most modern instruments. Most modern instruments can play all 12 notes without an issue, but in the olden times, that wasn't always the case. Some instruments could only play a certain set of notes in a certain key, and so musicians would have like different instruments for different keys. And so the notes that they would be able to play are the notes of the pentatonic scale because they were natural, all right? So they're still widely used today. It sounds natural for the ear. It feels good, all right? So that's what it sounds like. All right, so that's the major pentatonic scale. The minor pentatonic scale is 1, flat 3, 4, one, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, 1. All right, so write that down if you need to. 1, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, 1. Okay, so practice this. I just did the minor scale starting on A on the E string. All right, and I basically did, I set my hand up as if I were playing a minor scale, but you're just skipping around. All right, likewise, for the major scale, you can do it a couple of different ways. I started with my middle finger as if it was typical major scale fashion. But you're gonna stretch your hand out a bit doing that, so you can try it a couple different ways. Another way to do it is with your pinky. So if you start with your pinky on C on the E string, you can actually, it's a lot easier and less of a stretch on the hand. All right, I literally was just able to walk up these 2 frets right here. All right, C itself is the only oddball out. All right. But otherwise, so different ways of playing it, but try that out. The major scale is what I use, or the pentatonic scale is what I use for a lot of my improvisation. It's just pentatonics. All right, so as we talk about improvisation, it's a lot of using different tools. All right, all these scales are tools. So check it out, try it out. see how you feel. Comment or text me with questions.